So Oni, that's it.
And well, welcome to the Truth Breakfast Show 961, the heart and soul of Liberia. Well, it's great to see you again in Councilor Tiawan Gongloe. Welcome to the Truth Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much. It's been a long time.
Great. How you doing?
Okay. I watched you in America. I need to watch the famous World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, great. That's how
I
journalists.
got to shine like this too.
This is a main Liberia.
Promoting Liberia.
Main
This
Liberia.
is what, that's how we'll get a millionaire.
We'll get to that. What's the secret? Every time I see you, still look the same. I mean, 2 years ago,
And
this
it's
is the
going to be
face
70 on August 6th.
70.
Yeah.
And you look like
And
a
I
50
think
years
this
old man.
one of
Then the 50 push up. Why David go the game and go 3?
the stomach he got in front of him, he keeps advising people and see the big stomach. I need to advise him on how to cut that stomach down by exercise.
So exercise makes you.
Oh, yeah. I've been exercising since I was 20 years old.
Wow.
When I was at university library, I used to run from the university with my late friend Edo Yelu up to the ministerial complex they used to call it. It used to be the U.S. military mission headquarters. So we used to run there and back 5 o'clock in the morning before going to dining hall at 7 o'clock.
Wow.
And I never stop exercising. Exercise, you get makes you addicted to it, and it's good. Even when I was minister of labor, one time I was in Zimbabwe, and I walked 2 miles along the road and back, and then I came out exercising around the swimming pool. And my colleagues were on the session. So we saw you, what were you doing? I said, I'm trying to deal with the negative effects of aging, so that I can have the numbers but still be active physically.
Wow.
I do exercises in my class. I think since small.
Yes, I see.
You
That's great. Let's make. I was reading this article just last night. The UBS is a big network in the US. They posted 1,200 new millionaires in America for 2025. And I'm here in Liberia. Most of what belongs to our outsourcing everything.
Exactly. So we're not focusing on developing Liberia, Liberians. We think more about the people in government who are very short-sighted and stimulated by greed, I would say ignorance, arrogance added to it, that this country is going nowhere. We need to have confidence in our people. One of the things that Botswana did, and all through this conversation, I'll keep emphasizing Botswana, that's my model country for Liberia, is that Botswana investing in education, diverse education. So right now in Botswana, the roads that are built by Botswana companies. So that's how they get that millionaire.
Okay.
You see, you have to think about your country. And what government after government has been doing in this country goes against the dream of the formation of Liberia. At the founding stage of this country, you will read in the Declaration of Independence the dream. We black people who were citizens of the United States came here. We want to build a country that would look like, anywhere in the world. We want to have leadership that will be compared to people with different skin pigmentation. They were talking about Europeans, that their dream was to make Liberia an example of how Africa can be like Europe or better. And Botswana is one of the countries that is showing it. When you do that and provide opportunities for your citizens, you can have millionaires, you can have healthy citizens, you can have better roads, you can have food security, everything, because you are thinking about the country. But greed makes people think about themselves and other people. And that's where the problem is.
You always say government is a place to serve, not to steal. Most time I always listen up to you. What do you mean by that?
I mean just that it's a place to sacrifice. If you want to be rich, make business. Government is a place to serve the people. Your empathy should be for them. You wake up in the morning, you want to find out how the people are doing. Government is talking about road. When you talk about road building, it's for the people. You want to feed them. You want food security, it's for the people. You want all the children in the country to go to school. You think about the people. You want good health system, think about the people, and not much of that has changed really. Uh, as long as, for example, look at the health system, as long as people are still going to Ghana to do diagnostic tests, answer treatment to find out what is wrong with them, they're still going to Ghana and going to India. We haven't made progress in the health system. I heard the president had breakfast with them at GFK. People are not looking for breakfast. They want to go to GFK, they want to have beds. I had one of my nephews looking for bed and he had a fracture. Somebody with fracture, we paid all the money, still looking for bed at the GFK. Because now the floors are being rehabilitated. So we need to do that. What will make the citizens of this country happy? What will make the nurses and doctors happy is to have all the things they need to work with because they are there to save lives. You know, the workers at GFK are not happy when the citizens of the country are saying GFK just for killing. No, it's not for killing. They feel bad because their training was to save lives. And I've talked to doctors who say people die in our hands for easily treatable illnesses, but we can't. And it's painful that we are not saving the lives of people who we have the training to save. Do you know we have cancer specialists all here trained by the government, but they don't have things to work with. You know, I heard Dr. Supu one time on the radio talking. We listen to, and these young doctors, some of them, they're just patriotic because when they go to conferences, some countries, some of them offer good money. If they were not patriotic, none of them would believe. So GFK used to be the referral hospital, not just for Liberia, people coming from other countries, Sierra Leone, or neighboring countries. Now today we are going out, we need to reverse that. You know, and we need to, you know, that's I never heard about going to India not even in the 80s, right? But you know, we have the specialists here for all over the world. I remember that disability home specialists, the autism doctors, those specialists. There were so many specialists, and some of them from the Caribbean. Okay. They were coming from all over the world. And the working atmosphere there was so attractive. You know, job satisfaction, not just how much you earn, is your workplace. That you have everything you do, and then you are actually saving lives. People are happy about that. So that needs to happen. You asked about millionaires. What we have, we think we focus on our country about the empowerment of our citizens. We have millionaires. If when I was running campaign, I said that many times. I said I want to empower Liberians. I want to think about Liberia first about our contracts. Government is the one that creates millionaires in a country. If you give the contract to your first priority, first preference or contract, whether the buying cars for the government, whether even
printing of the national ID,
everything. You know, you give those big contracts to Liberians, they become millionaires. That's how Mushu Abiola became millionaire in Nigeria. From Nigeria and from business, from government contracts. Here, all of the people who appear to be rich are people who got contract from government. So the government gives more.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Liberians should learn to make Liberian rich.
Exactly.
Do you agree with me?
I agree with you. I've been saying that over and over. The money is generated here. Why are we sending out governors in this country govern to make the Liberian people poor and to make the country underdeveloped? Look, Botswana, they get 50% share in the bears. Then the bear pay taxes. Then the bear pay royalty. In the end, they get more than the bear gets. Well, that's what we do. But when we do contract, I heard on the radio talking about B mounting 3%. How they will take your gold that God put here for you
and give you 3%.
Then you take 3%, and you're happy with that.
So let's get back to that. Councilor Gongloe, you are the top there. Most of this conversation will just last for 2-3 days, and no one talk about it. What's happening to the country?
I'll keep talking about it until 2029. That will be my last time getting the reason. Like, bro, don't take me. I will say that in place of this. But I'll keep telling them.
Oh, you contesting already?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to. Okay. Everybody contest.
I know, maybe probably there could be a negotiation around the table where you want to join a lot of political parties to have an alliance.
There are two types of politicians in this country.
Two types. Yeah. Two types of politicians.
Yeah. Okay. One type, I call them establishment politicians. Establishment politicians. They don't want to come and have their own time to eat. Okay. Then the other one are transformative. They are anti-establishment. They want to do things differently. And that's the kind of thing that some of us have been fighting for from the 70s. And those who have been leading are not people who disagree with the style of governance, governance for the people. So if you can't criticize anything, you can't change it. So that's why we don't see this change. So we have two types. So I will not join establishment politicians.
You need a number. Politics about numbers. Yeah. You need a number. Many people say Councilor Gongloe is a very good man, record one. I mean, you good all of it, but yet still they can't give you the votes. So you need a collaboration. So I tell them there are so many parties that they have more than 10 parties that they make 2%, right? Mm-hmm. We are taking the leadership in to challenge it. Okay. We appear before the national legislature, before the Senate to challenge it. And so we are, as the oldest active opposition political party, we are already playing the leadership. Now, we can work with those parties who agree with us, because FPP agenda is to make Liberia like Botswana. Botswana. If any party that had the objective of making Liberia like Botswana, because that means self-denial, low salaries of people at the top, there, more money for social services for the people in health, in education, in road building, food security. I'm saying to the Liberian people that anybody wants to be representative or senator, ask the person, do you want to make Liberia like Botswana? Then I will vote for you. Then now, I can't vote for you. Let me just hit the hammer on the nail here. You calling for opposition unity. What do you say about that? I see political parties who went to Grange there. Opposition unity. If the LPP is invited,
we were not invited.
You're not invited.
We were not invited, and maybe there are good reasons. Like I say, we are a transformative party. Okay. There are those who want.
If the LPP is called upon, will the LPP be willing to?
I don't want to be solicitors to soliciting, right? Like, you're inviting.
Okay.
You're inviting.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't want to say that, right? But we are here, and people know us. We are very open. Our office is in fact.
If the party is called upon, will the party also join the opposition unity?
It depends on the agenda.
The agenda.
Musa
Ability said
made a very good statement. I think he made the most sensible statement in that place. I can say the most sensible statement that came out of the grand jury came from Musa Ability, your boss, the CMC political leader, when he said, for us to just unite to remove a political party from power is not the issue. For me, that's not important. What's the agenda? Because Liberian people are looking for change for the better. They're looking for a better Liberia. What is the blueprint? What is the agenda? But if it is just let's unite to remove some, we've done that many times. For me, I'm not interested in just uniting to remove one party from power. No. Uniting to transform the lives of the Liberian people. I've said, I'm not looking for presidency in a regular sense. I want to be a project manager to change the direction of Liberia in a better direction.
Great. So let me just read you through. Have you driven around the Ministry of Transport? You've been one person who have been around for a very long time, and you see a ministry that was created by an act had a statutory responsibility to carry on its function that was just stripped off. Have you driven around the Ministry of Transport?
The few employees are sitting outside. I don't see anybody in the building because there's nothing happening there. They were created just for that purpose to control the transport industry, air, land transport, which vehicles and
driving lessons,
training, all that, to make sure that vehicles are roadworthy and they are driver license and all that. None of that is happening. And the act creating the Ministry of Transport has not been amended. So it is there, and then they took the decision to outsource. I must say this outsourcing is a new thing.
It's a new thing.
It's new because top of government, all the governments that have come, including the 12 years of the party government, all that was a better government. The end of the government that followed, right? And it didn't outsource, right? They believe in library so much because you have companies that are very powerful and measure. I do several other companies, right? We even have the African Mensa company. Do you know the Rawasfi Highway that is the straightest road in the country was built by a Liberian company? African Mensa company.
Okay, I guess hearing that.
Yeah, African Mensa company built that.
Okay.
Many of the roads that were built with the support of UCA and other road development were built by Liberian companies. Build Cooper, for example, build the road in Campley for Campley to buy. So there were top policy was going towards liberalization. In fact, he buried liberalization policy. So if you can respect your citizens, who will respect them? So the money generated here, the worst thing about all the outsourcing is outsourcing, sharing our revenue. Foreign investment is to come and build factories to employ Liberians, increase our revenue by paying taxes. You don't come and enter into a contract and say, "Oh, I'll do your work permit. I have a better way to do your work permit, but we'll share the revenue that you generate from work permit. We'll get 40%. Or I will do your resident permit, but we'll share the revenue. Or I will do
The visa employment, right?
Yeah. I will do your
The national ID card.
Yeah, continual tracking. We'll do it. We'll share the revenue. There's a license. We'll share
Legal and driving lessons.
They're not bringing money. They're taking a share of our revenue that should be used.
So all then there was nothing about outsourcing. Maybe one of these they will just look at the national ID card will be outsourced.
No, say the
executive mansion will be outsourced.
The my household, the maintenance, the executive mansion. I'm saying it didn't happen under the military government. It did not happen under a transitional government. Then we have a democracy that brought President Saye to power in 2006. And the first failure, these are elements of corruption because the problem is that these people award all these contracts do get money under the table. Because if you want to improve services in the area, you can hire experts to come and train your people. You can bring all the machines, everything, and monitor them, improve service, and the skills will remain right here.
The issue of the
So the issue of outsourcing is, I say, a trend is part of a thing from compromising that started under the 12 years of President of the Senator Party government, right? It came and said corruption will be public enemy number one. And at the end of the 12 years, the president who pronounced public enemy number one said, my people have to confess to the nation. Corruption became a vampire. Now I think it's a Dracula now, it's sucking blood. It works.
Do you do the legislature? I mean, they are the one who debated.
Let me tell you that President Saye was president the other day was speaking about this Hotel Boulevard. I said all this. I say legislative bribery, for example, started under Judy Pryor. I know it because I wanted to reason that prosecutor.
Legislative bribery.
It started under Judy Pryor. I wanted some of the money that we charged him for, or money sent to the legislature for setting those to pass. Then it became institutionalized under President Saye for the 12 years. When the late Jim David used to be going to the marshal and president, so go to the cabinet building. They said the public coming, our Friday will be good.
That's a legislature.
Yeah. So I know it because I remember one of those bills that called me to go and testify when I left government. And the royalty was below. There was an oil concession. the royalty was below what the law of Nigeria said before. And the Ministry of Justice can attest to a contract that is a violation of a statute, right? And then they passed it. In fact, there was a letter read from the president. If you pass it, there will be $75 million Sandra Bonoki. I think, but this is not like driver. Why the people can just and then imagine they passed that concession. Everybody, every time they get concession agreement, they say, our money for it will soon be. So it has become institutional to the extent that even the popular president we are under a regime, we kept hearing the same thing about the community and financing the community. Lobbying.
What about the Joe Biden administration?
This is the same thing.
The same thing.
I'm hearing the same thing.
And you have got an ambassador like Sheikh Kuyate who said the house received it. He was declared full of no COVID.
And the president was wrong to dismiss it because that we cannot say you promote freedom of expression and punish somebody for speaking his mind. You know, the Constitution gives us the right to have opinion and to express those opinion. If anybody is offended by it, go and sue civilly, right? The legislature was wrong, or well, let me say they disagree with him, that's fine. But for the president to punish him was wrong. To even say you're not apologizing.
It's sorry.
Then if you say you're not apologizing, he was right to do so. You know, I defended him before. I don't know why he didn't come back to me. I would have told him.
Okay, Shaq, where?
Yeah, I defended Shaq before.
Okay.
For free again, so I don't know why he didn't come to me. So, no, I think because he's so close to President Baga.
Now he's dismissed.
I heard him saying before that President Baga need to go second term. So I guess for me, who intend to run,
that was prior to his dismissal. So probably to say differently.
Yeah, well, that was prior to his dismissal. I don't know what he's thinking. But if you get it, the mayor has to keep on.
So my actual mayor council, I was telling the legislature, just said this may have said, you should say sorry or apologize. But can he prove it? Since you say we'll be receiving.
But he doesn't need to prove it. There is proof.
Proof?
Yeah, let me tell you.
Okay.
I said it the other day. When the minority and majority
the
blocks in the house was going on, almost because Kofa, without anybody pushing by himself, voluntarily admitted to the world. He said, no, this way all the things we're doing are money business. What they fight are money business. He said when the budget hearing is going on, the budget committee goes into, I think it's room 1026, Boulevard Hotel. We said that. We said, this is all we need from social ministry. Your budget, you send it $3 million, but we can add $2 million to it. But just because the $2 million will not be for you, it's for us. As soon as the budget passes, they go and take it. Share among themselves. Clear admission. I don't know why the government like didn't follow that. They were thinking about removing profile to the extent that very important information
it just
was not followed.
From 10
this was an open. The man Hotel Boulevard subsequently that was suspended. This kind of thing here, but all of that. If we're really fighting corruption, that's a very important information from a very important person.
Representative Lucas calling display on camera 10,000 US, 10,000 US, and say this was the money given.
It was not followed.
It was not followed up to this day. So Liberia become a country that.
No, but you know why it will not follow? When you have a skeleton in the closet, you can't talk. Why you think I resign from government? If I have a skeleton in the closet, President Selisson or NSA director are going to be fool to resign. Because all you do, President Selisson will just come and say, I'm not telling you to read the file. If you read the file, you just keep quiet. The late Minister of Defense, Grady Allison, I don't know whether he was just putting a prank, but he intimidated one Dr. Stewart who came to speak at rates, and he was very critical to government. So he gave press conference, he said,
Grady Allison.
Yeah, and Minister of Defense said, I hear that man speaking about You better read this file. We have file on him.
Which file? Okay.
He said for NSA.
Okay.
He said we have file on this man, but we don't want to open the file because he'll be in trouble. That man became quiet. So I know that. So the reason, and I can say open, we talk about open governance. Before President Baka took oath of office, because until he took over office, he was now a president. He was a president-elect, right? He had no legal authority. Before that time, it is my understanding that he and his Minister of State to be at that time, please be to actually took $500,000 or a little more than that from NASCAR to buy vehicles for his transitional team. That was theft, clearly in law. That was theft because he had no authority to take it. You were taking like the whole money without authority, right? So if he did that, it would be difficult to go behind the legislature. Honorable Benedict has been calling for auditing of the legislature. That the first thing he said when he got there. To his credit, he said, you say I'm corrupt, but let's audit this legislature. Let's audit this house. It hasn't happened. No, so I'm saying we can be selective about fighting corruption. For example, the LOFA project. It was our lawmakers saying it was not budgeted. And then
you mean the $10 million?
$10 million it came to be presidential center, right? But when they came out and said, oh, the president been in luxurious presidential home in Foya, and United Party were criticizing Georgia for the 47-story building. We don't know where the money came from. It was the only man was a football player, blah, blah, but he didn't do it before becoming president, so we're raising the issue. Now, how come this building just coming up in Foya? Then the Deputy Minister of Information came out, we followed these things and said it was a Monroe project. Monroe Secretary immediately came out and said, no, we don't have any project like that in Liberia. Then the press secretary, the Marshal said they didn't know. The press secretary, the Minister of State said they didn't know. The new Minister of State now, right? Then the Minister of Information now came out and said, oh, it is not true that it's 10 million. So I said, okay, 1 year, that means you know about it. He said, it is not a Monroe project. It is a government project. It's a presidential center that will be used for regional meetings of presidents and all of that. So the building, they put some buildings and some villas and all of that. He said, it's not $10 million, it's $6 million. The question is, if we're not budgeted, where did the money come from? That kind of money the president has to approve. Then the president appeared on the radio and said, well, I didn't know about that project. But if Botswana, that person would be in jail. You know, whoever did that thing would be in jail. You got the president know about it. Minister saying no, people don't know. They just obscure like that. But how did the procurement process go? How did the president win the contract to go? So we cannot be selective of fighting corruption, right? We cannot be so strong on the past government, but at the same time, acting in a way that is so obscure. Okay. There's corruption going on. You can be selective about it. And, you know, and I think it's because of this corruption that is coming from the executive marshal with the LOFA project and the president $500,000. Asset recovery committee should actually recover that $500,000 for the president. Yeah, the asset recovery committee should do that. We got our money that was taken illegally. Okay. So it should be the asset committee should go and investigate how this project, the LOFA project, has started, you know, how it commenced in Foya. We have to be serious. And for me, the LOFA project is not a priority, given that we need good hospitals. You know, somebody told me the other day, oh, I'm going to Ghana because the MRI, the only one MRI machine is at Jimali. It got problems, so I'm going for test, diagnostic test. MRI machine that is in many countries. You go to Ghana and all over the place. How come that is not a priority? We should have CT scan in many of the government hospitals.
Great.
You know,
Yes, great. I mean, I wish we could do this more of the time and like us. What's the take on this
you need to
19?
give me 2 hours one of these days.
Yeah, one of these. What's the take on this 19 million drug saga thing? Back and forth.
Well,
So it makes it exactly 26 days.
I read on the internet on
So Google the police director, he has done well, and they are dragging the Minister of Justice. I mean, I'm a bit confused.
Well,
19 million.
I think the government that is set to be exposed to those kind of because first, well, I must say, okay, at least we have some information that 5 persons have been charged, right? But it's the government that created the confusion. DA had the statutory authority to investigate.
Okay.
They had the police power to do that investigation, and there are people trained there.
And the LDA.
LDA to do the work. Why did they raise this other issue to a national security matter to be handled by joint security? You know, joint security include fire service. Can fire service investigate drug? You know, I mean, you have specialized people that are being trained. We should have been hearing from LDE.
Not the police taking full charge. The police are taking full charge over this.
So, you know, drug used to be the
Council, you can't repeat this thing you just said, man. With this matter of the 19 million cocaine, I don't want to say drugs.
No,
it's not the police to take a full charge over this. The LDA have a statutory responsibility.
Exactly, LDA should be speaking to us.
Not the police director giving her addressing this whole thing.
Right. So, but because they raised it to the national security, the confusion now, they say, oh, the justice minister will be speaking on the issue because it is now handled by the National Security Council, right? They raise the National Security Council is chaired by the president. So now, a member of the cabinet, the Minister of Justice, will be speaking to the public. That's why the Minister of Justice appeared before the legislature and said, you know, I can't talk. We have to go in a closed section, all of that, right? I can't disclose because it's national security. But they're in government, they can say national security. But police can investigate murder. Police can investigate treason.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And but that police power, that other authority was the other authority for drug was by legislature taken from the police. A specialized agency has been created because of the seriousness.
Not IG Gregor Coma addressing the public.
No. So
this is another debate to bring it up.
Oh yeah. So it means it's good. I commend the government that they have identified some people that are not going on like that. But credibility of this information is better when it's coming from LTE.
Not Gregory addressing the press.
If Gregory come on, you know, for example, if Gregory come on, you know, fire service perform police function, right?
Yeah.
All these are all police function, right? Fire service. So can he speak about
a fire incident? I mean,
you know.
So there's a fire outbreak maybe at somewhere on Capitol Hill.
When the government of Liberia started, they only had the police. Okay. Then they started sharing police functions. Only one giant everything, immigration, everything without police, right? So police share. All of these are called police functions of the state because it's the executive enforces the law, right? So LDEA has a police function, but it's a specialized police function, and they are trained there to do it. They have the experience. So why wouldn't this? Why was the LDA head overshadowed the police?
Since we're talking last about the police, are you representing the former spokesperson of the police, Cllr? Who resigned? Why? Any speed up to the why she had gone to put the one?
No.
What is it? What's the situation?
She resigned and keep calling her. So I wrote them a letter. I said, "Well, somebody resigned. Why are you calling?" And she not taking. She been putting money in her account. I said, "Return the money." She had not. Every time they put money in her account, She instructed them to return her to the police. She has left. Yeah, people looking for a job. Why you behind the lady? And she's also my student in the law school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm teaching on human rights. You can see her class. Brilliant student.
Though you said something with this girl, something will follow up. I'm receiving a lot of back and forth texts that this matter should be taking full charge of the DA, not the police. It should be on top of this. Great. Any progress in Joseph Boycott government? You was one of the first opposition.
Yeah, I was the first, not even one of.
Yes, you were the first, and when we saw that, there was Joe Boycott in the runoff. And LBB took her side and went to support Joe Boycott.
Right, because in the matter of your country, you cannot be neutral.
You can be, yes. So you took a side.
Exactly.
Is the government proceeding well?
There has been some progress, there have been missteps. And every time there's progress, I mention at least there's progress. Like, for example, you've done the drug thing, you see investigation is still going on, but there is a misstep in terms of police announcing. But it's good that they have announced some names and some people.
He gave a lot of people talking points for the police that should not be announcing.
Well, if the police to be doing it, why did they let the job create another agency?
So the LDA is the one who should be announcing the update on the social job instead of the police.
It's not supposed to be doing a perfunctory exercise just there. It's not a subset of the police right now. It's not a department of the police right now. So like how you have you have women and children division of police. That's not what LDA. LDA is a separate.
Great. So before we take up the phone line, you think Joseph Boycott is listening to like people? At some point in time, the president has said probably even listening to what's his ELW radio, which is religious, and the BBC. You think he's listening though?
And more than that, you said something funny. He said when you go somewhere the door back, you don't even listen to them. So, but that's not good. We speak to our president to be sensitive to us, and I think he doesn't listen because, for example, I keep talking about Botswana. Education is the cost of education in Botswana is so low. A lot of the students are on scholarship, and graduation fees in Botswana they will just pay some of them $15, $20 for just the for program for different. I did research on it, so they make education so attractive. They even give stipend to the students and all that. Then I wrote in my letter and said, there's a low hanging fruit. Just issue one executive order and cancel graduation fees. Coming out of war and getting the children to go to school with the hardship in the country and the unemployment economy is not producing much. Do it. I wrote, he didn't do it. Recently the Minister of Education said, oh, we're reducing the fees to some like $1 order. But one of the weaknesses of government is monitoring. Some schools are still nothing has happened. We haven't heard the school being fined or anything like that. Again, I would tell Gregory Coleman, the IG, to pay attention to his policing duty. One of it, that right now, the only thing you get police when they stop your car, do you have your driver license?
Because this robbery traffic management.
No, they say even before traffic management came, all I've experienced, the police asking my driver, do you have a license, current license? Show it. Is the vehicle registered? Yeah. Do you have insurance? Okay, go. What's about public safety? This public safety is zero under this government. I'm telling you now, Gregory Coleman is doing nothing about public safety. You still see Texas carrying trouble, endangering the passenger in the car, the life of the passenger in the car. You still, I've never seen at the drink hearing inspection, I had never seen anybody ask, put on your tail light, put on your brake light. Check those things used to happen. People will ask, because public safety is so important. They can't just concentrate on revenue. On revenue instead of public safety.
Now the LRA is actually
this morning I saw a police officer with face cap on a police motorbike. The police is telling a commercial to wear helmet.
Okay.
Leadership, by example, is the best.
Well, you saw him over face?
Yes.
All right, Councilor Tiawan Gongloe is our guest this morning, right here on the breakfast show. Let's get the lines activated at least for the next 10 minutes on the show this morning. The next time we invite you, we'll do 2 4 hours. I mean, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because your voice is heard across the country. Trust me, this is Truth FM 0770 153 265. Call to participate. Yeah, I said a lot this morning 0770 153 265. Well, let's hear you this morning. Let's pick our very first call to True Breakfast Show. Good morning. 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 Thank you. Tamamba. Okay, so we'll flip on down. Let's go to let's go to the yeah. Please do it quick. All right. Think like Bryce, I'm gonna do something better. We'll do a minute now because of time. Morning. Morning.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But we're trying to be serious, man. Try to be serious, man. All right, great. So you have played 1 minute, though. You have played 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. 0770 153 265. Let's pick this call on the line this morning. Good morning. Morning. What's it big audible? I'm struggling to hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. Yes, the police director should I address the LDA for sure. Great morning.
our Councilor Gongloe, who is from Gongloe, Council, I want to say thank you for when you welcome back to Nigeria. Just God and people are staying in touch who will show us to give people the token of things no matter whether we support them or not. So you want to tell me about this administration is that they are going strictly the direction of CDC, no different. And some of us voted for them so that we can replace CDC from CDC was not doing the right thing. They did few things that were going directly in the direction of CDC. One million donkey, everyone CDC, we also hope for it jobs. Today, we have CDC jumping, we have no hope for it jobs. And not today, when we have to power the 20 years, we started doing in the house. We talk in the houses, we talk about it. They want to take today, the president daughter in Jovia, in that one day, Jovia being all the 4 years. Today, but the father being all the year, what is matter about to the house? The building will have to come to the in of our country. The president can come up with you to say that our project, I don't know about it, is 6 million our project. The president says he doesn't know about it. The chief of it out there, I don't know about it. Nothing can happen, nothing can be said about that. I'm going to today that we are going the same way of the past government. Charlie and William, and then it's a good job. Now, we used to talk. Joe, what are you telling me? Joe, what? Joe, what? You go back in the today.
Thank you, Melton Yoko District 6. Thank you so much. I'll take two more calls because of time. My guest from the US is waiting. She have to look at 3 a.m. already on that end. Let's take just at least one more or two calls, then we call it a day with the calling segment. Morning. Please be audible. All right. Thank you, Pastor. Let's start our very last call. Offline. Morning. Go ahead.
My colleague, wanting to tell us what the status of our meeting makes to him and the national population what they are going through. So Gongloe currently elaborate more on the Cllr case.
Thank you. All right, great. Thank you. I mean, we can call the two. Councilor, next 5 minutes.
Was removed from the position of spokesperson of the police. She subsequently resigned, and they keep telling her, "Oh, report to the police and all that." I said, "No one has resigned. I've written them many times, and you are not paying her. People are free to resign. You ask somebody to resign, you still
Well,
want."
if the police still acting up,
Yeah.
that's not a
Yeah. Well, they will take administrative action. So I wrote as You try to get administration for employees dismissed. So like you see already it's like in America they say you are dismissed, they say I quit. You know what I'm saying? So in fact, she decided to resign all that way to what this business. So, but let me conclude by saying, no question, I want to thank all the callers. I think we are making progress in terms of people understanding the positive direction of Liberia. And, I think gradually, by the next year, Liberia will say this is the boom time.
Yeah, bro. Let me see the bro. You always say bro for the
They'll
camera.
say this is the boom time.
Like maybe
Because
like
they're trying-
I told you last time to have an iron bro.
but we want a broom that is like the iron broom is orange, like conversation. So and the Liberian political culture, once they say that your time, you don't even spend money.
So of all what you said, the one that is actually trending is this issue of the 19 million drugs.
Of course.
Not Gregory Coleman should be reporting on the update about this
whole drug. He's not the czar of law enforcement.
He's not supposed to be reporting.
He's not the czar of law enforcement.
Because the FDA is supposed to be giving updates.
The next time you talk about fire service, the next time you talk about immigration, no, he's not the czar, right? The legislature in their wisdom created this specialized agency and trained and people in the government.
So should have the same side the IG the last time you told Samakoba you talking loosely.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, because it's beginning to feel like he's a czar. He's not a czar of the law enforcement. No, he's not.
Okay.
Yeah. But I want to zero in on this where I've talked enough about corruption.
Mm-hmm.
Government can change based upon the behavior of the president. President take every 27 to 29 car convoy. One trip from President Barker House to the mansion can build a new school.
One trip?
Yeah, the fuel. The fuel
mm-hmm.
for 29 cars, 29 vehicles, but they are huge fuel consumers. To the mansion can build a new school, a new clinic in some community. So cut it off. President Toba that he worked on that used to carry 3-car convoy. I'm not saying they say I want to university campus, I used to see it. And then they have 2 expensive cars in his convoy so that we, the people who could kill him, the civilian, will not know which one he is. But that's ignorance again. Say that was the background there's corruption in this country, and the background of this country is based on greed, ignorance, and now arrogance. Because the ignorance is when the security people can kill president all over Africa, soldiers and members of the security forces. They know which one they can put back and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So who are you hiding from? That's ignorance.
Okay. Not civilian.
No.
Okay.
Civilian has never threatened the life of any president in this country. The president can walk on Broad Street, the poor be clapping, hey, you're the president. That only security people can keep president. And then that one they don't.
And they know which one they call the president.
Exactly. That's why they never make mistake when
so if you put in 2 extra cars,
you just waste your money.
Okay.
You just waste your money. That money can build new clinic. It can help to build more roads. It can do things. Let him cut it down. Simplicity can generate public trust and credibility. When you come from your house every day, you come in with a bottle of whiskey in your hand, you drunk, then you tell your children, you're hungry today, but you're just where better days are coming, they will believe you. Yeah, you can't live an extravagant life like that and then expect that Liberian people will believe. The same the vice president got to 5 years Congo.
They seem to the
again, ignorance. Who has ever killed vice president in Africa? When you get rid of the president, vice president go. So what is the security threat of vice president? They just wasting our money.
Great. The voice of Councillor Tiawan, Saye Gongloe, our guest this morning on the Breakfast Show. Let's go for a break. When we come back, we'll bring on humanitarian Desiree Moore all the way from the U.S. My name is O'Neill along with Johnson. Let's go for this break.